Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we started the Half Moon Street case. Leighton Chapman is the supposed murderer of two gentlemen who got murdered back here in this back alley. There is 3 testimonies that weigh him down, and we're supposed to find the actual murderer because he says he didn't do it. And we have Wiggins, his younger brother, who says he didn't do it. But it's problematic because these guys were both shot. He heard 2 shots that sounded slightly different. He saw the crime from that window up there. And Leighton Chapman's testimony is a little awkward because he saw a man, but he also saw him vanish, or he created a flash and then he didn't know what he was looking at anymore. Where's this go? Who are all these people? Ah. So what are we looking for?
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
A mirror, you say?
Locked.
Am I actually trying all these doors? I'm supposed to investigate this entire area?
Locked.
Well, I'd lock my doors as well if there was a murder that happened here. I don't have much to go on. What kind of deductions do I have? I don't think we can make anything out of this. We have 2 victims. The revolver? No. Constable Marrow paid attention to Mr. Turner's window while he was running past the dead bodies. Turner's view? That works. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Let's ask him about it. What up?
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Turner's contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
That bed is far away from that window.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots. A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims. The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here, a short while ago.
What do we have here? Common statement, Leighton's revolver, lootless. Leighton's statements, no. Leighton's revolver? No. But that doesn't say anything about shots. Compelling evidence. The witness's testimony and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. 2 victims. Can't do anything with that. Lootless, can't do anything with that. So, sir, your walking cane. A piece was stuck in between the cobblestones.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
No, that's not a crime to have a sharp kitchen knife. Kitchen table, sweepings, shredded paper. Where do you see shredded? Huh.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Huh. Huh. How do I know that? Boy, that was not visible at all.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes? Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
What's with your stick? What was that indicator? Dude.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Fire. Ashes. Burned paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Determine the correct sequence of events based on details you have gathered. Took the stick, got up from bed. Huh. Went down below, approached the body, took something, placed the broken stick, cut papers with knife, or threw something in the fire. No, can't be. No, reset that. First he gets up, looks out of the window. No. Gets up, grabs the stick, looks out of the window, approaches the bodies, places the broken stick, cuts papers with the knife, and then throws something into the fire. Let's watch that. He gets up. This could take a while. Oh, well, never mind. Fast forward. Looks outside. There is a murder happening. He walks down. La 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 la. What happened here? You've got jewelry with you. Let me take that. Alright, let's get going before anyone notices. Well, let's put that stick back. Let's take this old thing. Cut that apart and then throw it into the ashes. Cut it apart. Throw it into the ashes.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Well, we're gonna find out. Books. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Moby Dick.
Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Look at that. Alright, let's get out of first-person mode again. I found everything. What do you have to say about that?
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
But you've got a limp.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
But what about this bracelet? Where'd this come from?
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window, as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Inquire into the bracelet. We've got a lead. We have a lead.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, I don't think there's gonna be much more except for that bracelet now. What would be... Why is that still showing up? Lootless? Oh, okay, we know why where they are lootless. Because the loot he had was taken. What's this way? Who are you? You're not a dude. Nope, you are not. This door, does it open?
Locked.
Of course. Alright, so the bracelet is something I want to... this is something I want to talk about. Westgate Prisons. Layton is acquainted with one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. Both of them have Westgate Prison tattoos. And we want to read about that bracelet. Okay, let's do that. I wish I could just call Layton with a cell phone, but I don't think we're... I think we're about 100 years too early for that. Maybe a little more. Unfortunate. Alright, jewelry. Rod. Religious.
That is not the one I need.
Newspapers? We'll see. Encyclopedias. Hellenistic age, he said.
That is not the one I need.
Roman?
That is not the one I need.
Are we looking for... I'm gonna start from the most recent ones. What's that?
That is not the one I need.
Whitechapel murderers. We're doing that right now? No. Who knows? Hellenistic? What? Hellenistic treasures.
That is not the one I need.
Dude! No, can't be research. It has to be research. Hemlock, poisons, wounds, injuries. Not the one. Fingerprints. Martial arts.
That is not the one I need.
An antique golden bracelet that was found in Mr. Turner's flat. It's decorated with distinctive ram heads.
That is not the one I... That is not the one I need.
I don't know what we're looking for. I don't know what we're looking for now. We went through the newspapers. Art and architecture. Didn't I? I did not look at this at all? Yes, I looked at it. It has to be here. It's not botany, medicine, history, technology, art and architecture. Antique art. Houses. Early relay.
That is not the one. That is...
I don't know, man. Immigration on the rise. Did I just read? Did I just miss it? Why is it not this? He said it's Hellenistic.
That...
Oh. Queen's Golden Jubilee. I don't know what a jubilee is. Murder Match Girls' Strike. Da, 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 da.
That is... That...
I realize that those are not the ones. That is dumb.
That is... That...
What are we looking for?
That is...
I don't know what I'm looking for. So it's definitely not under a search. And I'm looking through everything. What the fuck? These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1885. Yeah, great. I had the article of the Hellenistic stuff stolen, but that wasn't the one.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
Yeah, I know. Well, now I know where to look. A treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London by the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
But that's not going to happen in this episode. For the moment, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.